please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Grizzlies, tomorrow we're gonna have our last Friday fundraising and our spring fling.
Tomorrow's gonna be our last Friday fundraising, so bring your friends, bring your money, and we'll see you there.
Tomorrow is our school dance. It's from 6 to 8 and the theme is blackout. Hey Grizzlies, my kind of tip of the day is to make sure you tell people what you appreciate about them and give them a compliment. And when you can receive a compliment, please make sure you say thank you back. Hey Takira, I appreciate how kind you are to everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tonight, from 5:30 to 7:30 at Cottonwood High School is the Cottonwood Community Night. They're going to have a barbecue, fun stuff to do, live performances. If you can go, you should go. It's at Cottonwood High School tonight at 5:30. Hope you can make it.
Good morning, Granite Park Grizzlies. Mr. Crawford here for a couple things that we need to go over that are really important. One involving Chromebooks and the other one involving some end-of-year procedures and activities that we've got coming up. First off, I'm sure many of you are aware, it's been made aware to all of the faculty and staff here at Granite Park that there is a TikTok trend going around that if you participate in this trend, not only are you going to face some pretty severe school-level consequences, but it also can damage school equipment, which is not something that we ever want here at Granite Park.
A trend on TikTok is challenging students to damage their Chromebooks. Now, this could cost parents nearly $400 to replace the device.
This TikTok shows a new and concerning trend among students.
A student had intentionally done things to it that caused it to smoke and eventually melt.
The school was evacuated as smoke filled the classroom.
The batteries that are essentially catching on fire, once they burn, they're producing this toxic smoke.
And the same thing happened in both Derby and Cromwell high schools on Monday.
The hallways filling with smoke. We went in and ended up finding a laptop in a classroom that was pretty much out but on fire at one point.
With this TikTok trend, a lot of times this ends up with a Chromebook being destroyed, and if you take part in this trend, you could be charged $270 to replace a Chromebook. It could also be something like replacing the keyboard, which is $87, possibly a destroyed charger that would be $26. You can see there's a whole list of fees that might come up if you destroy these Chromebooks. So let's just use school equipment appropriately and responsibly so we can have a great end of the year and we don't have to have kids with huge fees on their school account and maybe get some school consequences as well, which could include up to a 3-day suspension for destruction of school property. Additionally, we have a lot of fun activities coming up. We're going to have a field day, we're going to have a signing day, we're going to have a talent show, and we want all Grizzlies to be able to participate in those activities. But those activities also present a lot of opportunities for students to have unstructured time, not as many adult eyes on them, and in that case, some students tend to misbehave in certain instances. We're having a lot of kaifuti issues, we're having a lot of students who are behaving irresponsibly, and it's getting to a point where we want you to be to those fun activities, we want you to participate in those fun activities, but we absolutely need you to be on your best behavior. So if you prove through your actions that you cannot be able to be at those things, you will not be allowed to. That could mean an in-school suspension for things like the talent show. That could mean that we give you an out-of-school suspension. So we just have a few more weeks left, Grizzlies. Make sure that we're doing our best so that we can go to those fun activities and that we're participating in them, being safe, respectful, and responsible.
Granite Park. We're doing the Science Rise, and there are so many good strategies to use with this. But I want to feature two of them. One is this beautiful blank sheet of scratch paper. When you're reading through stuff, write down some main ideas that you see. Eliminate stuff that you know is wrong.
So one tip that I have for math Rise test is using your scratch paper. I know some of my students really hate using the scratch paper, but they've told me that it definitely helps them. So scratch paper, please use it. Even if you don't think you have anything to write down, it's a great place to just write your answer so you can come back to it and look at it again, because sometimes we don't always remember when we put everything and just keep everything in our head. So put whatever's in your head on that scratch paper so you can use it for the math Rise.
Second one is using your time well. You should be able to do one cluster in 10 to 20 minutes. Now that doesn't mean that I should rush through, do a cluster in 5 minutes, and then put my head down, because that doesn't do you any good. But what we're talking about is use that time, read through things multiple times, finding the important information. For a cluster, that should take you maybe 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I'm not saying exactly. Maybe you're an 8-minute cluster person. Maybe you're a 22-minute cluster person. But what I'm saying is, if you're a 4-minute cluster person, I don't know if you're paying too much attention to what you're doing. If you're a 28-minute cluster person, maybe you're tiring yourself out by how much you're spending on one cluster.